All of the functions that occur in your body are controlled by your brain. But did you know that the majority of us have daily habits that actually interfere with our brain's ability to function? Even worse, many of these habits can have serious long-term consequences. It is critical to understand how to look after your most vital organ. This means considering about what can help your brain stay healthy as well as what can actually harm it. The following habits are more harmful to your brain than you think. 1. Lack of sleep. Sleep is essential for the physical and mental health of the body. Your brain gets a chance to rest and recover when you sleep after a hard day. But if you don't get enough sleep, your brain won't have an opportunity to rest, which can result in brain cell death, early memory loss, or Alzheimer's disease. This is why getting enough sleep is so important. Every night, you should get about 8 hours of sleep. Limit your coffee and alcohol intake and reduce your screen time before bedtime if you're having trouble sleeping. You will not only be taking long-term care of your cognitive abilities, but you will also feel much better in the morning if you do this. 2. Drinking too much alcohol. There's nothing wrong with the occasional beer or glass of wine. The problem starts when you get addicted. The brain begins to be affected at this point. Vitamin B1 and magnesium deficiency are common among most alcoholics. Confusion, memory loss, decreased mental alertness, and emotional instability are all symptoms of B1 deficiency. When you don't receive enough magnesium, it might lead to sadness, dizziness, and irritability. 3. Smoking. While smoking cigarettes has been on a turn down over the decades, there are still many people who smoke. Of course, we've all heard about the dangers of smoking, but did you know it can also harm your brain? The oxygen supply to the brain is reduced by cigarette smoke. This means you can't function normally. According to research, there is a strong connection between Alzheimer's disease, dementia, and smoking. Furthermore, we all know that cigarette smoke causes lung cancer, but these cancerous cells can also grow in the brain as a result of incorrect DNA reproduction. 4. Not drinking enough water. We all know that drinking water is not only important but also the most beneficial thing we can do for our bodies. Water helps in body temperature regulation, digestion, joint lubrication, and acts as a shock absorber for our brains and spinal cord. However, if you become dehydrated because you don't replenish your body's water supply, your body won't be able to perform its normal functions, including attention and memory. Electrolyte levels in the body are affected by dehydration, which has been related to cognitive changes. You should drink water on a regular basis to maintain your brain functioning properly. This is especially important on hot summer days when you're active outdoors. So get yourself a reusable water bottle and fill it up during the day. 5. Not resting when you're sick. Many people put their health on hold in order to pursue their education and jobs. When you're sick or recovering from an illness, though, forcing your brain to work or study is a bad idea. When you're sick and fighting an illness, your body tries to focus all of its efforts on getting better. It's the same with your brain. When you give your brain other things to focus on, you are essentially overworking it, and it can't do either of the two things well. Do yourself a favor and recognize when you require a day off to recover and take care of yourself by staying at home from school or work. 6. Exposure to loud noises. Those who live in cities are continuously exposed to a lot of loud noises like traffic and construction. Also, if you wear earphones in your ears all the time blasting your favorite songs, you should stop it. It only takes about 30 minutes of listening to loud music to damage your hearing permanently. So, what does this mean for your brain? Well, according to scientists, hearing loss is strongly related to cognitive decline. Hearing loss, in fact, puts you at a high risk of losing brain tissue, and it also increases your risk of Alzheimer's disease as an adult. Your ears adjust to the volume of music you're listening to, almost signaling that it's not loud enough. That's why you often find yourself increasing the volume. Remove your headphones for 30 seconds from time to time. Then plug them back in. After this little break, you'll realize that the music is far too loud. Yes, you've been listening to it the whole time, without realizing it. When listening to music, always try to keep the level on your earphones at 50% or less and avoid being plugged in all the time. 7. Unhealthy lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with taking a break and relaxing on the sofa. It's actually beneficial to your health. However, sitting on your ass all day and doing little to no exercise is harmful for your brain as well as your overall health. Inactive lifestyles have been connected to diseases like diabetes and heart disease, which have been linked to degenerative brain disease directly. Make sure that you go outside every day, at least to get some fresh air. Join a gym or go for a walk around your neighborhood. The more active you are, the more your brain will be stimulated as well. 8. Unhealthy eating habits. It's really important to have a nutritious diet. This helps your brain to function at its best level. While there are some foods out there that can boost the functionality of your brain, there are also some foods that will do the exact opposite. For example, junk food, which includes most fast food. Junk food, in general, is lack of nutrients and, when consumed too often, can weaken your mental health. Too much sugar can also be a big problem. Excess sugar consumption is associated with many adverse health issues. Obesity, diabetes, and more serious conditions such as cancer are all examples of this. Too much sugar interferes with the absorption of nutrients from the food we eat, which can lead to malnutrition over time. As a result of the brain not receiving the nutrition, it's slow brain development. Avoid junk food and excessive sugar, and instead choose for a complete food diet. 9. Multitasking. According to research, people who multitask frequently are at risk of hurting their brains by slowing brain development. So why is that? During multitasking, the gray matter in the brain, which is responsible for emotional control, decision-making, and empathy, tends to shrink. It's important to stick to one task at a time, regardless of what you're doing, to keep this from happening. Not only will this boost your productivity, but it will also protect your brain. 10. Not taking part in exciting activities. If you don't exercise your brain on a daily basis, it will shrink, much like a muscle. According to research, people who rarely talk and connect with others suffer from negative impacts on the brain. When you don't actively engage in conversation, your brain cells become dormant, causing your brain to shrink. So, to keep your brain working at its best, be sure to read often, play puzzle games, and engage in intellectual conversations regularly. I understand that it may seem like that everything you do is bad for your brain. However, there is some good news. You can always change your habits. It will be much easier to maintain the health of your brain now that you have a little more knowledge. Later on in life, you'll thank yourself. What are your thoughts? Which of these habits surprised you the most? Please let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. Hit the subscribe button for more videos like this, and don't forget to click the notification bell to be notified when we upload a new video. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.